Imagine turning a simple wooden board into a colorful piece of home decor that makes you smile every time you walk into the kitchen. With a sublimation, this dream can become a reality. But I know how hard it can be to make sure your designs transfer beautifully, whether you're new to sublimation or a seasoned pro. Sometimes it's extra tricky to get the colors just right and avoid ghosting or fading when working with a new surface like wood. And with sublimation, you want to make sure there are no surprises when it's time to press your design. I mean, who wants to waste blanks, right? That's why I've done the work for you here and tested these amazing charcuterie board blanks that I found. Plus, I've rounded up all of my favorite sublimation tools and supplies so I can show you how to make this awesome decoration for your kitchen or to give as a gift. Hello, everyone. Jennifer Maker here. It's a beautiful day to learn how to sublimate gorgeous full color designs onto a wooden charcuterie board. In this tutorial, I'll walk you through every step of creating your own charcuterie board, from downloading one of my free designs to sizing it just right, printing it with the best settings, and pressing it perfectly onto your wooden blank. And the one that I'm using is linked below. We've added a special sublimation polymer coating to the wood blanks in the past, but this one already has the coating applied for you, so you can get right to sublimating without any extra work. So are you ready to bring your creative vision to life on a beautiful wood surface? Let's get started. First, download my free charcuterie board design files. Head to jennifermaker.com/779 and access the free library. Click Get a Password if you need one, or enter the library. Then search for design number 779 and click the download link. Inside the PNG folder, you will find 4 colorful, high-resolution charcuterie board designs to choose from. Each one features a fun phrase like, "Chop it like it's hot," on a vibrant, delicious-looking background that will really pop once pressed onto wood. Next, let's measure your charcuterie board. This step is important because even small differences in size can affect how your design fits. My designs are meant to sit centered on the flat part of your charcuterie board, not run edge to edge or cover the handle. That means your final results will still look great, even if your board is slightly larger or smaller than mine. Lay your board flat on your table with the handle pointing away from you. Use a ruler or measuring tape to find the width at the widest part of the base. This is usually a bit below the midpoint of the board. Write down this measurement. Now find the spot on the board where the handle area begins to curve. We don't want to include the handle itself in the height measurement, so we'll measure the area below it. So measure the height from the bottom of the board to the beginning of the curve, and write it down too. Keep your measurements and your blank together and set them aside while you work on your design. Next, open Google Docs in a web browser on your computer by going to jennifermaker.com/google-docs. You need a free Google account to use Google Docs, so click Create Account to sign up or enter your email to log in. Click Blank Document at the top left to open a new document. Then go to the File menu and click Page Setup. Set the orientation to Portrait to match your charcuterie board blank. Then change all 4 margins to 0. This allows us to use more of the page for your design. Make sure your paper size matches the sublimation paper you will be printing on. I'm using the standard letter size, which is 8.5 by 11 inches. Click OK to save your settings. Next, click where it says Untitled Document at the top and give your file a name. Go to the Insert menu, select Image, and choose Upload from Computer. Navigate to the PNG design you want to use. You can pick one of my free designs you downloaded earlier. Or, if you'd like to create your own from scratch, I have a full workshop inside my Advance with Jennifer Maker membership that shows you how to make a custom monogram board in Canva. Perfect for gifts and personalized decor. Check it out at jennifermaker.com/advance. Once you've chosen an image for your charcuterie board, click Open. It should appear in your document right away. Click the image once and open the Image Options panel. You can find it in the top toolbar or through the Format menu under Image. Under Size and Rotation, make sure Lock Aspect Ratio is selected. In the Width field, enter a number that is about half an inch smaller than the width of your board. For example, since my board is 6.25 inches wide, I will set the width to 5.75 inches. Google Docs will automatically adjust the height based on the width. Resizing the image this way leaves a 1/4 inch margin between the design and the edge of the board and ensures none of our details get cut off. If you're using a different board, like this 5.5 by 6.25 inch board I found, start by noting the longer dimension, which is the height in this case. Subtract half an inch to get the maximum size for your design, then enter it in the matching field in the Size and Rotation panel. The other dimension will auto-adjust, but check both dimensions to make sure they're smaller than the blank. If not, reduce the size further to make sure both dimensions fit on your board. Next, click the Wrap text icon under the image. This lets you move the image freely on the page. Drag it into the center to ensure it won't get cut off at the edges. Now you are ready to print. Go to File and select Print. Under Destination, make sure your sublimation printer is selected. Click the arrow beside More Settings to select Print Using System dialog. This will open your full printer settings window. Your print menu may look different from mine, but you can use my settings as a guide. Choose the highest print quality option and the best matte paper setting. Double-check the sublimation printer and paper size settings to make sure they're still correct. And most importantly, check the box to flip horizontally or mirror the image. This is essential to make sure your image shows up correctly when sublimating. Load a sheet of high-quality sublimation paper into the printer. If you're not sure which way it goes, check the packaging for loading instructions. Once everything is set, click Print. After printing, allow your design to dry for a few minutes before touching it. Sublimation ink can smear when wet. The printed colors may look a little dull right now. That is totally normal. The magic happens during pressing. Let's get to the exciting part, pressing your design onto the board. Before you start, make sure your work area is well ventilated. Open a window and turn on a fan. This will help clear out any fumes from the sublimation process. Set your heat press or Cricut Easy Press to 380 degrees Fahrenheit or 194 degrees Celsius. Then set the timer for 45 seconds. For these blanks, make sure to place a pressing mat on your work surface. I found it extra important to have a steady, supportive surface to press on, because you want a lot of pressure for these. Then put a clean piece of white cardstock on top. Next, inspect your charcuterie board. The boards in my supplies list can be sublimated on both sides, but the wood patterns and coloring on each side may vary. Find the side with the fewest irregularities and lay it face up. This will give you the best results. If the side you're sublimating has a clear protective film on it, remove that now. Make sure to check carefully, as small bits of film can unintentionally be left behind by the manufacturer. Then clean the surface with a lint roller to remove any debris that could interfere with the transfer. With the board sublimation side up on the cardstock, place a sheet of white, uncoated butcher paper on top of the board. Cover the entire area of your charcuterie board with the Easy Press and preheat the blank with a medium pressure for 45 seconds to remove moisture so the ink transfers more evenly. After preheating, lift the press and place it back on the base. Put on your heat-resistant gloves. Then carefully lift away the butcher paper and set aside the preheated board to cool completely. I've found that my board blanks have a lot of moisture. which both the butcher paper and the cardstock absorb during preheating. Moisture trapped in the wood can turn to steam and blur your image. Preheating dries it out so your colors stay crisp. If your cardstock is damp or wrinkled, go ahead and replace it with fresh cardstock now. Next, trim your printed design so there is about 1/8 of an inch of white border around the edges. This helps with placing the print on the board. Place the cooled board sublimation side up on your work surface. Center the printed design face down on the board, making sure it is aligned evenly. Use heat-resistant tape to secure the print on all 4 sides. Make sure the tape does not cover any part of the printed image. Place the secured blank onto the cardstock so the charcuterie board is sublimation side up and the print is face down. Cover the entire board with a fresh piece of white, uncoated butcher paper. Check that your easy press is 380 degrees Fahrenheit or 194 degrees Celsius, and the timer is set for 45 seconds. Then place the easy press directly over the design and press it with firm, even pressure for the entire length of the timer, keeping the press as still as possible. When the timer is done, lift the press straight up to avoid ghosting and return it to the base. Ghosting happens if the paper shifts while the ink is still hot. Lifting straight up keeps your design sharp. Let the board cool before removing the butcher paper, tape, and print. Once it is safe to touch, peel everything back to reveal your finished board. The colors should now look bright and vibrant. And just like that, you've made your own sublimated charcuterie board. Display it in your kitchen or dining room, gift it to a friend, or enjoy it at your next get-together. Don't these charcuterie boards look just absolutely amazing? Now, while I don't recommend placing food directly on the surface, you can still use these for snack time. Just make sure you always add a layer of parchment paper between your food and the board if you want to use it for serving. Or simply use your board to transfer small, light dishes so you don't have to carry them. If this charcuterie board project has you excited to try more, my book Sublimation Made Simple is the perfect next step. It's filled with easy-to-follow tips and techniques that take the mystery out of sublimation, whether you're decorating wood, fabric, or more. From choosing the right sublimation settings to getting great results with your heat press, this guide helps you craft with confidence and color every step of the way. Check it out at jennifermaker.com/sublimationmadesimple. And don't forget, as an advanced member, you'll also get exclusive access to tons of other workshops, templates, and crafting resources. And there is a special design workshop just for this project. Visit jennifermaker.com/advance to join today. If you have any questions about today's tutorial, leave them below this video or come on over to our Facebook group just for sublimation crafting. Connect with us at jennifermaker.com/sublimation-group. And as always, I would love it if you would share a photo of your finished charcuterie boards. I can't wait to see what's cooking in your craft room. And that's it for today. Until next time, this is Jennifer Maker reminding you to craft a life you love.